Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus, came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Got a lot to talk about today. A couple of different stories. We're going to talk about the death of snowboarder Luke Trembath, dead at 38. We're going to talk about the death of Angie Stone, the soul singer. We're going to talk about Al Green being removed from the chamber last night during Trump's speech. And we're going to talk about the car ramming in Germany. So it should be a good show. Give it a few seconds, wait for a few people to jump in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hey Jessica, good morning. Hey Leslie, much love. Hey Hatchie, how you doing? Hope everyone's doing well today. Guys, do me a favor, when you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. Helps out the algorithm and helps more people find the video. And also, please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. But yeah, we're going to start with the snowboarder first. And then after that, we'll talk about Angie Stone. Hey Mary, good morning. Hey Viola, how you doing? Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better, Mary. I just had to take like 2 days off, little mental break, spend some time with the family. Spiritual warfare, all-time high here in these end times. I wouldn't say I'm 100% yet. Still dealing with some issues, but anyways, I had an itch to go live today. Anytime I ever try to take a break, it doesn't last too long because I don't really know how to take a break. So, anyways, I even though I took 2 days off from YouTube, I was still busy doing decodes behind the scenes. So, it wasn't much of a break, but that's okay. Like I said, my brain just, it won't allow me to do it. So here I am. But thank you everyone. But yeah, just dealing with some spiritual warfare. I know everybody is end time stuff, you know. But anyways, we're here today. We got some stuff to talk about, and here we go. Hey Josephine. Hey Christina. Hey David. Much love to everyone. All right, here we go. All right, guys, just give me a second to get all set up here. Hey, Fire and Ice, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Aaron, much love. Alright, I think we got the screen where we want it. Alright, guys, here's the first story we're going to talk about. Luke the Dingo Trembath, snowboarding star, dead at 38. This article from February 28th. Alright guys, so we're going to break this down all by the numbers using gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. So guys, what I believe we have here is another ritual sacrifice all by the numbers. And the first thing I want to point out, in gematria, his name, Luke Trembath, equals 46. And he's known as the Dingo, which equals 46. And he had a podcast that was called Unleashed. Unleashed equals 46. And Sacrifice equals 46. And you're going to see this number pop up quite a bit today because it's the same number with Angie Stone, and it's the same numbers we just talked about with Gene Hackman. I'm going to show you a lot of these similarities between Angie Stone and Gene Hackman, a lot of the same numbers. But anyways, we've been talking a lot about that 46. Gene Hackman had it, Angie Stone had it, and Luke Trembath had it, the dingo, right? So that's the first thing I want to point out. All right, what are the odds? You know, a young, snowboarder dead at 38. That's pretty young, right? And we know how big that 38 is, right? We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, what are the odds his nickname is 46, his name is 46, and the podcast, they're all 46, like Sacrifice. And then there's that big 38, right? What do we know about 38? Murder equals 38. Remember the Murder by Numbers movie poster. The E is changed to a 3 and the B is changed to an 8 on the Murder by Numbers movie poster. So he's dead at 38, murder 38, killing 38, death 38. It says Monster Energy, which produced his Unleashed podcast, announced his death on X and Instagram on February 28th, which was 2/28, right? So his death was announced on 2/28, and in Gematria, death equals 2/28. And the Brotherhood of Death is Skull and Bones. The number that represents Skull and Bones is 322. And notice how TMZ wrote their article, Luke the Dingo Trembath, which equals 322. Just so you know, pretty much every single article was writing his name just like that. Luke the Dingo Trembath, which equals 322. The number of Skull and Bones. And the dingo equals 223. That's the backwards 322. Right? So the dingo, 223, Masonic, 223, skull and crossbones, 223. His last name, Trembath, has the 33, like Masonry 33. The highest degree of Masonry, the 33rd degree. He's known for the TV show The Adventures of Danny and the Dingo, which is 144 and 153, like Jesuit order. 144, 153. The name of the podcast was Unleashed, which is 154. He was Australian, which is 154, like Ritual Sacrifice. 154. Australian is also 73, like Ritual Sacrifice 73. And the word sacrifice is also 73. And all the articles wanted you to know he became a professional at the age of 17. The word kill equals 17. Alright, that's it for the dingo. And let's see, I think we're moving on to Angie Stone. And that's probably the most detailed decode. I spent many hours, not just me, but other people, a lot of people decoded Angie Stone. And I think the decode I have for you is pretty undeniable. Decoding with Cody also did a great decode on Angie Stone. He connected it more to the Pi Day blood moon coming up. I didn't really connect it to that, but Cody made some great stuff, or made some great connections. So, as always, make sure you subscribe to Decoding with Cody. Also, Visionary Vet in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to him. Much love, Visionary Vet. Alright, so this is a big one here. This one, the numbers are absolutely unbelievable. Alright, so here it is. Soul singer Angie Stone dead at 63 after car crash. And this article is from March 1st. Hey Dougie, hey Melinda, much love. Angie Stone, a singer and member of the iconic hip-hop trio The Sequence, has died, TMZ has confirmed. The late star's rep Deborah R. Champagne tells TMZ Angie left a performance in Montgomery, Alabama, early Saturday morning when she was killed in a car crash. No other details are known at this point. Alright, here we go. So, really the first slide is all you need, because the first slide alone is pretty undeniable. So remember I told you Angie Stone had that 46, right? So she goes by Angie Stone. All right, that's not her birth name. Her birth name is Angela Brown. I believe that's what it is. We'll get to it. But anyways, she goes by Angie Stone professionally. And notice Angie Stone equals 46 sacrifice, 46 Catholic, 46. And as you're going to see, I'm going to make a lot of connections to the Catholic Church, the Jesuits, and Pope Francis. But here's the confirmation, guys. It says the raspy voice songstress struck solo. Man, that's a lot of S's. The raspy voiced songstress struck solo success. Say that 5 times fast. The raspy voiced songstress struck solo success at the turn of the millennium when she signed to Arista Records by legendary executive Clive Davis. Her debut album, Black Diamond, landed on the Billboard Hot 200 chart, where it peaked at number 46. Look at that. Her debut album, guys, it peaked at number 46. Right? Like Angie Stone and Sacrifice. Now, if that part doesn't convince you, check out the bottom part. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. So if the fact that her debut album peaked at 46, if that doesn't do anything for you, check out the bottom part. It says, Angie rose to fame as a member of The Sequence, the first all-female group signed to Sugar Hill Records. Well, look at this. Sugar Hill Records was founded 46 years ago. So that's a lot to be a coincidence right off the bat, right? This is slide number 1 for Angie Stone. So her debut album peaked at number 46, all right? And she was the part of the Sequence, the first all-female group to sign with Sugar Hill Records. They were founded 46 years ago. Angie Stone, 46, Sacrifice, 46, Catholic, 46. And I want to show you a lot of the similarities. You know, it's always the same numbers, different day. But look at all the connections with Gene Hackman, all right? So you got Gene Hackman, 46, Sacrifice, 46, Catholic, 46. Same numbers I talked about, right? Then the next slide with Gene Hackman was the fact that the deputies entered the home at 1:45, okay? So how does Angie Stone connect to the 1:45? Let's go to the next slide. Because her car crash was in Montgomery. And look at that. Montgomery, 1:45. Car crash, 1:45. Catholic, 1:45. Well, look at that. Car crash is a perfect match to Catholic in 3 out of the 4, including that 71. How did the 71 factor in with Gene Hackman? Well, his name, Eugene Allen Hackman, 71, and his death, or his body was found 71 days after the Pope's birthday. See, it says they entered at 1:45, which is Catholic, and that was on Wednesday that they discovered him. Wednesday was February 26th, so they were found 71 days after the Pope's birthday. Eugene Allen Hackman, 71. The Society of Jesus, 71. That's the official name of the Jesuits. He's known for the French Connection, which came out in 71. The Jesuits founded in France. They suspected at first carbon monoxide, 71. Catholic, 71. So anyways, we got the 71 here. Car crash, right? But anyways, we're making the Catholic connection here. So Angie Stone, 46, Sacrifice, 46, Catholic, 46. Debut album peaked at 46. Sugar Hill Records founded 46 years ago. The car crash in Montgomery. Montgomery, 1:45. Car crash, 1:45. Catholic, 1:45. Car crash is a perfect match to Catholic in 3 out of the 4. All right. So the crash happened on March 1st, 2025. That was a day with 49 date numerology. 3 plus 1 plus 20 plus 25 is 49, right? Look how this fits in. She started out with The Sequence, right? She rose to fame in the late 70s as a member of the hip-hop trio The Sequence. Look, The Sequence equals 49. Accident, 49. Crash, 49. Angela Brown, 49. Well, I thought her name was Angie Stone. Well, look, she was born Angela Brown, known professionally as Angie Stone. So her real name is Angela Brown, which is 49. Like Soul Singer, like Accident, like The Sequence, like Crash. They're all 49 on a day with 49 date numerology. And we're making the connection to the Catholic Church, right? Notice Catholicism is 49 also. And if you think that's a coincidence, think again, because Angela Brown, her birth name, is a perfect match to Catholicism in 3 out of the 4 base ciphers, including the 112, and the Jesuits operate in 112 nations, right? Angela Brown, 112, 49, 185. Catholicism, 112, 49, 185. So think of what we've shown so far here, right? Just some of the key points. Catholic, 46, like Angie Stone and Sacrifice, got the Black Diamond, 46, and the Sugar Hills, 46 connection. Montgomery, 145. Car Crash, 145. Catholic, 145. Car Crash is a perfect match to Catholic in 3 out of the 4. And Angela Brown is a perfect match to Catholicism in 3 out of the 4. That right there should tell you something. Something's up. Car Crash equals Catholic in 3 ciphers. Angela Brown equals Catholicism in 3 ciphers. But let us continue, because I told you I'm connecting this to the Catholic Church, right? Well, who's the head of the Catholic Church? This guy, Pope Francis, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, the 266th Pope. Well, what if I told you in June of 2024, Stone was inducted into the Woman Songwriters Hall of Fame? That was on June 8th, 2024, that she was inducted into the Woman Songwriters Hall of Fame. Okay? She died on March 1st, which means she died 266 days after being inducted into the Women Songwriters Hall of Fame. Why does that matter? Because Car Crash equals 266. And Pope Francis, the head of the Catholic Church, he's the 266th Pope. That's pretty crazy, don't you think? But let us continue. Including the end date, you could say she died 74 days after her birthday, and not including the end date, she died 74 days after the Pope's birthday, and killing equals 74. Her birth name, Angela Brown, 59, Soul Singer, 59, Accident, 59, Pope Francis, 59. Her debut single is called No More Rain in This Cloud, which equals 122. She started out as a member of The Sequence, which equals 122. And notice it says Skidmore up here. I'm going to show you later the person who crashed into her, who allegedly killed her. He's from a place called Skidmore. Isn't that interesting? Usually before a car crash, the car skids, right? The tires skid. Isn't that interesting that the guy who hit and killed her, he's from a place called Skidmore? Anyways, we'll get to that later. But No More Rain in This Cloud, that's her debut single, 122. The Sequence, 122. Skidmore, 122. Satanic, 122. And Pope Francis, 122. That's who we're connecting this to. Well, check it out. Not only do we have the 122 connection, but she started out as a member of The Sequence. The Sequence is 122 and 175, like Pope Francis is 122 and 175. So Car Crash is a perfect match to Catholic. Angela Brown is a perfect match to Catholicism. And The Sequence equals Pope Francis in multiple ciphers. And the 266 connection. Remember, it was 266 days after she was inducted into the Women Songwriters Hall of Fame. Car crash, 266. He's the 266th Pope. All right? And we haven't even got to the 201 yet. Here it is. Now, the biggest number I talk about in connection to the Pope and the Catholic Church, that would be the number 201. Well, what do you know? We have a big 201 in this ritual. It says, in the early 90s, she became a member of the R&B trio Vertical Hold. Stone then signed with Arista Records, right here, Arista Records, to release her debut solo album, Black Diamond. Alright, so she released her debut solo album, Black Diamond, after signing with Arista Records. Okay, check it out. She was signed with Arista Records, which equals 201. Pope Francis lives in suite number 201 at the Domus Sanctae Martyr, which equals 201. Like the full name of the Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201. Like Catholic Pope is 201. Ignatius of Loyola, 201. That's the founder of the Jesuit order, which equals 201. Why do you think they called it Event 201? Main sponsor of Event 201, William Henry Gates, 201. The first celebrity with COVID, Tom Hanks. Why did he mention the number 201 when he made his first post about having COVID? He said, I'm doing okay. The only bad news, I'm losing in gin rummy by 201 points. Why did they have Preparing for Disease X held exactly 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic? And it was also 201 days from Obama's birthday. Don't forget That Old Serpent, 201, the son of perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, 201, Event 201, held on 10/18. Like Luke 10:18. I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barack means lightning. Obama the heights. But anyways, you guys know that 201, big number. Oh, don't forget the Georgia Guidestones went down 201 days from the Pope's birthday. The Guidestones built under the alias R.C. Christian, which is a perfect match to Pope Francis. In 3 out of the 4. Okay, you guys get the point. There's the 201, Arista Records. It happened in Alabama, which equals 50. She was a member of the Sequence, which equals 50. The guy who crashed into her, he was from Skidmore, which equals 50. Satanic, 50. Jesuits, 50. It says, the late Stars rep Deborah R. Champagne tells TMZ Angie left a performance in Montgomery, Alabama early Saturday morning when she was killed in a car crash. Check out her name. Deborah R. Champagne has the 86, like human sacrifice, blood sacrifice, crash, and Jesuits. They're all 86. Remember, to 86, someone means to get rid of them. Crash is 22 and 86, like Jesuits, 22 and 86. Her debut studio album, Black Diamond, has the 235, like the Society of Jesus, 235. That's the official name of the Jesuits. Pope Francis is a member of the Society of Jesus. So the guy who crashed into her and killed her, allegedly, he just happened to be 33 years old. Right here. The truck was driven by a 33-year-old man. There you go. Masonry, 33. The highest degree of Masonry, the 33rd degree. So you're telling me on top of everything I've shown already, he's 33 years old, and we know how big that number is, right? Not only is he 33, like Masonry, the motto of the Freemasons is order out of chaos. What if I told you that his name is Jared S. Wilkinson and his name is 183 and 222, like order out of chaos, 183 222. So there's your confirmation. I mean, there's so many confirmations in this one slide. He's 33 years old. His name equals order out of chaos in 2 ciphers, including the big 222 that we talk about every day. And it says, yes, in most car accidents, a skid occurs before the impact. Well, look where he's from. He's from Skidmore, Texas. This is the guy that crashed into her. I mean, it's just undeniable. 33. His name equals order out of chaos. And he's from Skidmore. And, you know, most accidents, a skid occurs before the impact. Her debut album, Black Diamond, 44. Died in Montgomery, which equals 44. The word kill equals 44. And I'm going to pull up another slide on the 73. I'm just going to go to the next one because I'm going to talk about the 73 right here. So I just had to make a little update to this slide because Wikipedia updated their name here. So let me explain to you what happened. So this is what I did a couple days ago. I added this yesterday because I noticed that they updated her name. So let me explain to you what's going on here. Okay, so she was born on December 18th. She was born Angela Brown, known professionally as Angie Stone. So she died on March 1st, right? So she died 73 days, not including the end date, right? Not including the end date, she died 73 days after her birthday. Why does that matter? Well, her debut album, Black Diamond, equals 73. Ritual Sacrifice is 73. Stone, remember she goes by Angie Stone. Stone is 73. And Sacrifice is 73. Right? And you see how Wikipedia was writing her name? Angela Laverne Brown, known professionally as Angie Stone. Well, a couple days after this, they updated the Wikipedia. And this is what Wikipedia says now. They have her name as Angela Laverne Stone. Right? But she was born Angela Laverne Brown. But anyways, check it out. Angela Laverne Stone has the 73 now. Like Ritual Sacrifice, and Angela Laverne Stone died 73 days after her birthday. So there it is. Right? Black Diamond 73, Angela Laverne Stone 73, Stone 73, Sacrifice 73, Ritual Sacrifice 73. And she died 73 days after her birthday. So her debut album, Black Diamond, that was released on September 28th. So she died 154 days after the anniversary of that album. Ritual Sacrifice, 154. Her debut single, No More Rain in This Cloud, that was released August 17th. She died exactly 28 weeks and 0 days after the anniversary of that single. The word kill equals 28. Her debut single, No More Rain in This Cloud, it was released August 17th. She died 170 days before the anniversary of that single. Sacrifice is 170. Now remember, she was inducted into the Women Songwriters Hall of Fame June 8th, 2024. She died exactly 38 weeks and 0 days later. Murder, death, killing, they're all 38. Remember, the snowboarder was 38 years old. Now look at this. Angie rose to fame as a member of the Sequence, the first all-female group signed to Sugar Hill Records. Look at her birth name. Angela Laverne Brown. It's a perfect match to Sugar Hill Records and 3 out of the 4 bass ciphers. And remember, Sugar Hill Records was founded 46 years ago. Like Angie Stone equals 46. And Black Diamond peaked at number 46. And Sacrifice is 46. But yeah, Sugar Hill Records, perfect match to Angela Laverne Brown. And then look at this. Remember, she was signed by Arista Records, which was also 201. Look at this. Arista Records equals 60. She died on the 60th day of the year. She died on 3/1. She died on March 1st, 3/1 in Alabama. Alabama equals 31, like the date, 3/1. And then we already talked about that. And yeah, that's it. But yeah, look at these undeniable points here. Angie Stone, 46, Sacrifice 46, Catholic 46. Black Diamond peaked at number 46, and she first signed to Sugar Hill Records, which was founded 46 years ago. All right? The car crash was in Montgomery. Montgomery, 145. Car crash, 145. Catholic, 145. Like the deputies went into Gene Hackman's house at 145. And remember, he also had the 46, like Angie Stone. Car crash is a perfect match to Catholic in 3 out of the 4. Dead on the 49 date numerology, like Angela Brown, 49, The Sequence, 49, Accident, 49, Crash, 49, Soul Singer, 49, Catholicism, 49. Her name is a perfect match to Catholicism in 3 out of the 4. Dead in a car crash, which equals 266. Dead 266 days after being inducted into the Women's Songwriters Hall of Fame. Pope Francis, the 266th Pope. The Sequence, 122 and 175, like Pope Francis, 122, 175. She was signed by Arista Records, which has the 201, like the full name of the Pope, 201, who lives in Suite 201. Black Diamond equals the Society of Jesus. The guy that crashed into her was 33 years old. He's from Skidmore. His name equals Order Out of Chaos in 2 ciphers. Dead exactly 38 weeks and 0 days after being inducted into the Women's Songwriters Hall of Fame. Murder, death, killing, 38. Sugar Hill Records, perfect match to her birth name. Arista Records, 60. Dies on the 60th day of the year. Dead in Alabama on 3/1 when Alabama equals 31. And then Angela Laverne Stone, 73. Black Diamond, 73. Ritual Sacrifice, 73. Sacrifice, 73. Stone, 73. Dead 73 days after her birthday. So, yep, no doubt about it, guys. And I think the Catholic connection is pretty undeniable with this one. That's just too much to be a coincidence. All right, let's see what's next. Here, there's a couple little things I want to touch on, and then we'll go to Al Green, the guy who got kicked out of the Trump speech last night by the numbers. Hey, Gene Spliced, much love. Good to see you. Oh, here's one thing I wanted to show you. From the Oscars. Of course, we got the one-eye symbolism there. And also, the stage here. Looks like the Freemason logo, doesn't it? The square and compass. You see it? Just like this, see? Anyway, wasn't too much to talk about with the Oscars. Although I did notice something. What's the guy's name that won Best Actor? What's his name? Brody? Is it Adrian Brody? Yeah, this guy. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was watching the pre-show, the red carpet stuff, and right before they started, they were interviewing this guy who won Best Actor, and they were saying how it only took 33 days to film the movie. I don't know if anyone else caught that, I wasn't recording it, so I don't have the clip, but I thought that was interesting. And they said it like 3 times. Like, the guy interviewing said it, and then he repeated it, and then the interviewer said it again. So they said the number 33 3 times within like 1 minute. So anyways, that was about it. Wasn't anything too crazy. Just the usual satanic stuff. But yeah, you got your Freemason logo there on the stage, and you got the one eye symbolism. And you got Adrian Brody saying it took 33 days to film their movie. I think that's what he said, something like that. Also, I put out a short video on this the other day. I thought it was interesting. Maybe a stretch, but I had to mention it. Interesting that we've known for a long time. This is Donald Trump here with the Trump hands. Here he is doing it here. But what I had to point out, see Zelensky here with the arms crossed over here. Look, kind of interesting, right? You got a guy here with his arms crossed right next to Trump, and they're on the correct sides and everything. Zelensky's to the left, Trump to the right. There's Trump with the Trump hands. There's Zelensky doing that. So I don't know. I just figured I'd mention it. Of course, don't forget IPETGOAT2 equals 666. Probably not a coincidence. Probably not a coincidence that IPETGOAT2 equals Donald Trump. Don't forget, a little bit over to this side in this scene here behind the girl with the apple. Remember, there's a rabbit on the wall. Let's see. Can I pull it up real quick? There's a rabbit on the wall with a upper right ear that has a hole in it. Anyways, that represents Trump. And remember, rabbit equals Trump in 2 ciphers. Then in Donnie Darko, you have Frank the rabbit, and Frank equals Donald in like 3 ciphers. Here, let me type in rabbit, see if anything comes up. All kinds of stuff popped up, but not what I needed. Here, let me type in something else. Hold on. Pet goat. Trump. Pet goat ear. Hold on, we're going to find this. If we can't find it, I'll do it on the fly. Yeah, I don't know what I would have to type in to find it now. IPETGOAT ear. Don't forget, the makers of IPETGOAT2 are Heliofont. Heliofont has the 153, like the pet goat is 153. That's the story they were reading in the classroom on 9/11. That's okay, I'll just do it a different way. But yeah, Heliofont 153, the pet goat 153. The Pet Goat was on page 153 of Reading Mastery 2. Jesuit Order 153, the Illuminati 153, they took down IPETGOAT2, put it back up 153 days later. See how The Pet Goat is 153? See how Heliofont is 153? Actually, wow, I never knew that. I never knew they were a match in 3 ciphers till just now, including the 45, which is Donald Trump. That's interesting, ain't it? Look at that. So the pet goat, that's where they get the name, I Pet Goat too. The Pet Goat was the name of the book they were reading in the classroom on 9/11. Or it's actually the name of the story that was inside the book. The name of the book, I'll show you that, is Reading Mastery 2, which equals George Walker Bush. George Walker Bush. He was the guy in the classroom reading the story. Hold on, I'll get to the point I wanted to make in a second. But yeah, this is important stuff everyone should know. So the name of the book was Reading Mastery 2. That was the book from 9/11 where George Walker Bush was in the classroom. They were reading The Pet Goat, which was on page 153 of Reading Mastery 2. Reading Mastery 2, 177, 255 by George Walker Bush. Don't forget, the Jesuit Order 177, New World Order is also 177. But yeah, the Pet Goat, 153, Heliofont 153. The Pet Goat was on page 153 of Reading Mastery 2. Jesuit Order 153, the Illuminati 153, Barry Soetoro 153, Antichrist Obama 153, Elberton, Georgia 153, that's where the Guidestones were, and Heliofont. They took down I Pet Goat 2, they put it back up 153 days later. But anyways, let me show you real quick that Trump equals rabbit. So, see how rabbit is 25 and 47, like Trump is 25 and 47? And now let me go to the I Pet Goat 2 video for you, since I can't find the picture, and we'll just do it live like Bill O'Reilly. There's also a scene, it's very hard to find, you gotta pause it like perfectly, but maybe I'll find it for you real quick. I think there's a scene where you can see Trump's head with the ear bandage on it. Alright, let's see. Let's start with the rabbit. Here, let me make sure I got the picture quality turned up. By the way, here, let me show you something else. Obviously, this is Bush, but it also represents Trump. Look, a couple reasons. You see this hair? That's Donald Trump on his back. This could also be a pie symbol. Like Pi Day coming up, just saying. Could be a stretch, could also be a pie symbol. But I've always thought, and it could be two Trumps, right? That's how they're going to pull off the trickery, possibly. I don't know. Anyways, I've always thought there could be two Trumps, right? Red tie, blue tie. Doesn't it look like two Donald Trumps on their back? That looks like Trump's hair to me. That looks like Trump's hair. And obviously there's a connection with Florida and Bush, his brother, and the election and that whole thing. Trump's from Florida. But anyways, this scene here is Donald Trump, even though it looks like Bush. Remember, there's multi layers to I Pet Goat 2. This scene right here is the Trump assassination, which is coming soon. Not the staged attempt that already happened in Butler, but the real one, which still won't be real, it'll be staged. But watch. This is the Trump head wound right here. Boom. Look. Can I not zoom in? Why can't I zoom in? Hold on. So if I'm not full screen, then I can zoom in. Okay. Look. Who's this guy? Who's got that look and that business suit? Is that not Trump in his apprentice suit there? This is Donald Trump's exploding head, and that's a man with a gun walking up to Donald Trump. You see that? That's a man with a gun walking up to Donald Trump. There's Trump's exploding head. And I just showed you Trump on his back, on Bush's eyebrows, right? All right, so watch. Here it comes. Boom. There it is. And by the way, the D is for Donald, right? We know it's a dunce cap. They don't need to put a D on there to let you know it's a dunce cap. The D is to let you know this represents Donald. And then even does the Trump mouth. I call it the Trump mouth. He does this, Let's see. Oh. You gotta go back. There's Trump on his back. Then he points up here. There's Trump with the exploding head. Got the D for Donald. And then here it comes. Boom. Trump mouth. Right? So there's the Trump assassination right there. Gene Splice, can you type in what you typed in before? Were you saying this equaled something? Let me see. EVOLTN. EVOLTN. Oh. Okay. Well, that's great stuff, Gene. Because it equals Trump. And 3 ciphers. Holy crow. Oh my goodness. Well, that's big. Why did I never... I feel like I knew the 88 part and then forgot. But I didn't know it was a 3 cipher match. That's concrete evidence proof that that scene right there is Trump's assassination. Look, you got a dead man. Look, guys, you got a dead man next to that. That means Trump's going to be a dead man. Oh, my goodness. That's a great discovery, Gene. EVOLTN equals Trump in 3 ciphers. Whoa. And I was just pointing out how this scene is the Trump assassination. Wow. Well, dang, that quickly turned into the key point of this whole video. Wow. I was just saying that this scene represents Trump being shot, and I didn't know what was written on the board next to the hanged man is a perfect match to Trump in 3 ciphers. That confirms what I've been saying for like 5 years now. Look, there's Trump the hanged man. He's a dead man. Dead man walking. EVOLTN. EVOLTN, guys. 88, 25, 29 like Trump. Wow. That's incredible. Okay. All right. Great stuff, man. Everybody should hit the like button for that one. Okay, where were we? I want to show you still the rabbit part here. Remember, rabbit is 25 and 47 like Trump, 25 and 47. Let me get to the rabbit. Here comes Obama with the graduation cap because he's graduating from the leader of America to the leader of the world eventually. There it is. Here's Trump over here with the Trump hands, and here it is. That's about as far as I can zoom in, I think. Yeah. Do you see it, guys? Do you see it? Remember, in Donnie Darko, it's Frank the Rabbit. Here, maybe I should show you that too. How Frank equals Donald. Remember, in Donnie Darko, Frank the Rabbit is shot. It's Donnie J. Darko. That movie set in the year 88. The numbers on Donnie's arm add up to 88. The full name of Jake Gyllenhaal equals 88. Here, let me type in Donald. And then we'll type in Frank. Remember, it's Frank the Rabbit. Okay? So you have I Pet Goat 2 with the rabbit, and you have Donnie Darko with the rabbit. He's Frank the Rabbit. Look at that, guys. Frank is a perfect match to Donald in 3 ciphers. And then Rabbit is 25 and 47, like Trump is 25 and 47. And here in I Pet Goat 2, you have a rabbit, which equals Trump, with a bullet hole grazing its upper right ear. Right? It looks like it's the left on your screen, but if you're the rabbit, that's his right ear of the rabbit, right? That's the same ear, guys, that Trump was allegedly grazed in the upper right ear. And rabbit equals Trump. You have Frank the Rabbit who gets shot, and Frank equals Donald. So hopefully you see the connection. Hey, Decoding with Cody. Much love, man. Talked about you a few times today already. Everyone make sure you subscribe to Cody. But yeah, Cody, we were talking about I Pet Goat 2 and on the board by the Hangman. EVOLTN equals Trump. And then just for fun, let's see if I can find the bandage on his ear. I think it's around here. Let's see. I won't spend too much time trying to look for it, but right there. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell in this scene, but I think this is Trump's head. There's his hair, and there's his ear, which kind of has like a bandage on it. It looks like a hole in his head there. But yeah, I've always thought this is Trump's head here in the background. It's very hard to see, but there's his hair. This would be his mouth. That would be the bandage, and that would be a hole. But I could be wrong also. Maybe you can see it there a little better. See Trump's hair, little mouth. Anyway, and this is with the egg, and the egg also represents him. You see the 2 doses. Remember Trump, the father of the vaccine? You see the 2, remember you had to get 2 doses? They're down here. 1 needle, 2 needle. And there's your Trump head back there. But yeah, I think both these guys represent Trump. Remember, iPetGoat2 equals Donald Trump. But yeah, not a big deal whether that's his head in the background or not. The big deal, though, what we just discovered, that what's written on the board equals Trump in 3 ciphers. This part here. EVOLTN. That equals Trump in 3 ciphers, so that's definitely important. And then Trump equals rabbit. You got the rabbit on the screen. Okay. I think we covered all the iPetGoat2 stuff I wanted to talk about. And here's how we got started on that. This guy here has the crossed arms, which is interesting because so does Zelensky right next to Trump. And see, Donald Trump equals iPetGoat2 in 2 ciphers. So, all very interesting. Okay, let's move on to Al Green real quick. Here, let me make sure there's nothing else down here to talk about. All right, I think we covered it all. Okay, let's move on to Al Green. And now remember, with Trump and the alleged head wound and all that, they've already done that symbolism. So, you know, obviously, me and Jurassic Garo, we both think the Trump assassination's coming soon. But where we differ, Garo makes a great point that he thinks Trump is the, well, not the Antichrist. He thinks that's Elvis, but he thinks Trump is the Antichrist in the flesh, and he's going to get a deadly head wound and recover and come back. I think he's going to be gone for good. I think it's going to be the ultimate order out of chaos. And in my opinion, I think Trump's like the fake Antichrist. Because, you know, on the surface, it looks like he's the Antichrist. But if you know what I know about Obama, I think there's a better candidate. But when I say stuff like I think Trump's the fake Antichrist, because if you just look at it, like if you don't know things like I know or Jurassic knows or Cody or Gene or Visionary Vet, if you just look at it, you're like, oh, wait a minute, he got hit in the head, right, the ear, and he recovered, and now everyone's like, oh my goodness, how did he do that? Well, that's exactly what they were doing. And I can prove that thanks to Widow's son. I think it was him who made one of the most amazing discoveries of all time. The whole verse about the head wound, it's Revelation 13:3. If you just copy and paste the whole verse about the head wound, it equals 1,086. That's exactly how old Thomas Crooks was. He was 1,086 weeks and 0 days old. And that's a big number. It's also the gematria of Obama's full name. Barack Hussein Obama II, 1,086. Don't forget, they went full power with CERN. Exactly 1,086 weeks after 9/11, and Large Hadron Collider is 1,086. But anyways, Thomas Crooks, when he did the Trump ear event, he was 1,086 weeks and 0 days old. That's the exact gematria of the verse, Revelation 13:3. That's in simple English gematria. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Now also, on top of that fact, the Trump head wound was on the 195th day of the year. Trump head wound equals 195. Trump shooting equals 195. And the guy who was allegedly hit in the crowd, Corey Comparator, his name was also 195. And remember, Trump was shot exactly 48 weeks before his birthday. Trump shot equals 48. Donald Trump equals 48. Trump rally 48. But anyways, yeah, I still think it's coming soon. Likely this year, probably later on in the year though. But yeah, I think it's coming. All right, let's move on to Al Green. Texas Democrat Al Green removed from chamber. This article from March 4th. All right, look how perfect. So the one guy who was removed from the chamber, it was Al Green. His birthday, September 1st. Representative Al Green is removed from chamber during Trump address. So not including the end date, this was 184 days after his birthday. Removed from chamber equals 184. How about that? And in reverse gematria, removed from chamber equals 302. It just happened to be on the day leaving 302 days left in the year. Isn't that wild? How does that line up so perfectly? And wait till you see the next slide. Removed from chamber is 184 and 302. It was on the day leaving 302 days left in the year, and it was 184 days from the guy's birthday who was removed from the chamber. I mean, come on. Now, on top of that, if you include the end date, right, then you could say he was removed from the chamber 185 days after his birthday. Why does that matter? Well, who was giving the speech? Donald John Trump, which equals 185. So how perfect. They got the 184 removed from chamber, and they got the 185, Donald John Trump. If you don't include the end date, it was 184 days from his birthday, like removed from chamber. If you include the end date, it was 185 days from his birthday, like Donald John Trump. You literally could not script it any better. And even without the numbers, you could just tell it was just as scripted as Zelensky's visit to the White House. The dude's up there shaking his cane and the whole thing. It's just total clown show. And every single person in that room is all in on it. They all know it's all bread and circus. All right, and one more thing about Al Green. I thought it was worth mentioning. Al Green was born September 1st, 1947. Trump was born June 14th, 1946. So Al Green was born 444 days after Trump was born. And that's the gematria of Masonic and Lucifer. So I figured I would mention that since 444 is a big number and their birthdays are 444 days apart. There he is, shaking his cane. All right, and one more thing. Another car ramming in Germany. I don't know what it is about car rammings in Germany, but it's a thing, clearly. So that's the last thing we're going to talk about. Here it is. We've done a lot of decodes just like this over the years. Car rammings in Germany. All right, here we go. Vehicle rams into crowd in Mannheim, Germany, killing at least 2 and leaving others wounded. This article from March 3rd, 3/3. All right, so we have another 201 ritual. It says here, local media reported that a car drove at a high rate of speed into the crowd in Mannheim's Paradeplatz Square. Paradeplatz Square. I know I'm probably saying that wrong, but that's okay. Paradeplatz Square equals 201. Okay, so that's where this happened. What do you know? The 201 yet again. So, Paradeplatz Square, 201, like the full name of the Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201. He lives in suite number 201 at the Vatican. He lives at the Domus Sanctae Marte, which equals 201. The Georgia Guidestones went down 201 days from the Pope's birthday. Ignatius of Loyola, 201. Catholic Pope, 201. The Jesuit Order, 201. Paradeplatz Square, 201. So we're making the connection to the Jesuit Pope, right? Well, this happened on March 3rd. So it happened 77 days after the Pope's birthday. And that's perfect because it happened in Mannheim, which equals 77. Like vehicle ramming is 77. Ramming, 42. Jesuit, 42. Pope Francis, a Jesuit. Police said the suspect is in custody but would not immediately characterize the incident as an attack. The driver is a 40-year-old German from the nearby state of Rhineland-Palatinate. I probably said that wrong too. Rhineland-Palatinate. Thomas Strobel, the state interior minister of Baden-Württemberg, where Mannheim is based, told German News. Long story short, the articles mention a Thomas Strobel. He's got the 72, like Jesuit Order 72. Now, one of the victims is 83. We'll get to that in a second. One of the other alleged victims is 54 years old. Well, Jesuit Order is also 54. And how about the 83-year-old murdered in Germany? Well, 83, right? Germany equals 83, allegedly murdered. Murder equals 83. Don't forget the Murder by Numbers movie poster. The B is changed to an 8. The E is changed to a 3. Don't forget the song Murder by Numbers came out in the year 83. How about the suspect? He was 40. Well, that fits in because Mannheim equals 40. That's where it happened. Another connection to the Jesuits. The official name of the Jesuits, Society of Jesus, which equals 79, like Mannheim, Germany, 79. We mourn with the relatives of the victims of a senseless act of violence and fear for those injured. We cannot accept this, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said. Olaf Scholz has the 153, like Jesuit Order, 153, the Illuminati, 153. And speaking of the Illuminati, you know, the Illuminati was founded in Germany. This happened in Germany. And look what it says here. Ferry Overdevest, the owner of a flower store in central Mannheim, told CNN that around 30 people had sought shelter in his shop and that ambulances were on the streets outside. Well, check out his name. Ferry Overdevest, 198 and 81, like the Illuminati. 198, 81. This happened in Germany, where the Illuminati was founded. And here you go. It says on March 3rd, a car was driven into a carnival crowd, CC, carnival crowd, at Paradeplatz, a popular pedestrian area in Mannheim. Check it out. Paradeplatz, 120-48, vehicle attack, 120-48, Illuminati, 120 and 48. Again, this happened in Germany, where the Illuminati was founded. Vehicle attack equals Illuminati. Maybe that's why we get so many vehicle attacks in Germany. But yeah, this happened in Paradeplatz. 120-48, like vehicle attack and Illuminati. Mannheim, 139. Vehicle ramming, 139. Freemasonry, 139. It says, Michaela Sela, a worker at a restaurant in the city center, told CNN that he saw a black car drive by at a high speed. He said he later heard several people screaming and saw a man with a white jacket lying on the floor. So he's got the 59. We connected this earlier to Pope Francis, which also has the 59, and Freemasonry, 59. And he said he later heard several people screaming and saw a man with a white jacket lying on the floor. Kind of a random piece of information to mention the white jacket. So I ran the numbers because I said that's kind of weird to mention the white jacket. What do you know? White jacket is 115 and 43, like Freemasons. 115 and 43. When did this happen, guys? It happened on 3/3. 33, right? White Jacket 11543, like Freemasons, Masonic, and killing. 11543. And it happened on 3/3. And the car was driven into a carnival crowd. There's your CC, your 33, right? ABC. C is the third letter. So carnival crowd. That CC 33 happened on 3/3. Masonry 33, the highest degree of masonry, the 33rd degree. And my last point here, this happened in Baden-Württemberg, which I'm probably saying wrong. But anyway, that's a German state. And the minister-president of Baden-Württemberg, that's Winfried Kretschmann. I know I'm butchering all these names. Anyways, the minister-president of Baden-Württemberg, his birthday is May 17th. So this ramming at Paradeplatz Square, it happened 75 days before his birthday. Ramming is 75. Paradeplatz Square, 75. New World Order, 75. Order out of chaos, 75. Alright guys, that is it. If anybody would like to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support, very much appreciated. This is my full-time job. I'm not monetized by YouTube, which means they don't pay me 1 penny. So, thank you guys for all the support over the years keeping me going. Very much appreciated, and thank you so much to everyone who does support. Hello, Mom, in the chat. Good to see you. Much love, Mom. But yeah, oh, I hear some rain outside. That's nice. Hasn't rained in a little bit. But yeah, big point with the vehicle ramming. It happened in Paradeplatz Square, 201, like the full name of the Pope. Happened 77 days after the Pope's birthday. Mannheim 77, vehicle ramming 77. So let's see, what did we cover today? We talked about the car ramming in Germany. We talked about Al Green being removed. We talked about Angie Stone, the snowboarder Luke Trembath. We talked about iPet Goat 2 in a big way. If you came in late, make sure you go back. We talked about the Oscars. Let's see. We talked about iPet Goat 2 and Zelensky, but then we got into some crazy stuff with what was written on the board, the EVOLTN. We talked about the rabbit with the upper right grazed ear and all that. Rabbit equals Trump in 2 ciphers. So yeah, if you came in late, you definitely want to go back. Anything else on Gene Hackman to mention? They're hacking the genes, man. Let's see. Gene Hackman 46, Sacrifice 145. I've already covered Gene Hackman, so yeah, there are big Pope connections with Gene Hackman. I covered this about a week ago now. Oh, here's another one of the big connections with Gene Hackman and the Jesuits. He was found in Santa Fe, New Mexico, which equals the Jesuit order in 3 ciphers. Yeah, at first the family suspected carbon monoxide. See how carbon monoxide is 152 and 71, like Eugene Allen Hackman, 152, 71. New Mexico 666. And that was around the same time Michelle Trachtenberg died in New York. New York equals 666. I did those in the same video, Gene Hackman and Michelle Trachtenberg. A couple days ago, someone asked me to cover Gene Hackman, and I said we already covered it. Alright, let me just scroll down. Make sure there ain't nothing else to talk about. Yeah. I think we got it. We covered Zelensky, iPet Goat, the car ramming Al Green, the snowboarder Angie Stone. If you missed the Angie Stone part today, make sure you go back. Pretty undeniable, the Angie Stone connections. Cody, I think you got in here late after I talked about Angie Stone. Here, just for Cody, let me spend one more minute on Angie Stone. I was telling him earlier, Cody, how you covered it and connected it to the blood moon coming up. But yeah, just real quick, some of the key points on Angie Stone. She died 73 days after her birthday. Her debut album, Black Diamond, 73. Angela Laverne Stone, 73. Stone, 73. Ritual Sacrifice, 73. Sacrifice, 73. Big connections to the Catholic Church. Angie Stone, 46. Sacrifice, 46. Catholic, 46. Her debut album, Black Diamond, it peaked at number 46. When she was with The Sequence, she signed to Sugar Hill Records. They were founded 46 years ago. Montgomery is where the car crash happened. Montgomery 145, car crash 145, Catholic 145. Remember, the deputies entered Gene Hackman's home at 145. Car crash is a perfect match to Catholic in 3 out of the 4. Her birth name, Angela Brown, perfect match to Catholicism in 3 out of the 4. Car crash equals 266. She died 266 days after being inducted into the Women's Songwriters Hall of Fame. And the Pope is the 266th Pope. And she was signed by The Sequence. That was her first group. The Sequence equals Pope Francis in 2 ciphers. She was signed by Arista Records, which has the 201. Like the Pope's full name, 201. And all that. But yeah, you put all that together. The guy that hit her was 33 years old. He was from Skidmore. I mean, wow. In most accidents, a skid occurs before the impact. His name, Jared S. Wilkinson, equals order out of chaos in 2 ciphers, and he was 33. You know what I mean? But, yep. Pretty undeniable stuff altogether. Alright, guys. I think that's it. Let me turn this around. Alright, I think we're all caught up. Hey, Mike. Thank you. Much love to you. Good to see you. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Eddie. Hey, J-Lo. Hey, Gene Spice. Hey, Visionary Vet. Hey, Mr. S. Hey, Faith in the Cross. Hey, Ken. Hey, Mom. Hey, Janelle. Anybody have any questions or anything to add? Let me know. If not, we will wrap it up. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Katie. Hey, Pete. But yeah, we covered a lot of stuff today. Covered the Oscars, iPet Goat 2. Where's my little list? The Oscars, iPet Goat 2, and some new stuff I didn't even plan on talking about with iPet Goat 2. The car ramming, Al Green, Angie Stone, and the snowboarder. Luke Trembath. So, definitely a good video. Good one to share with your friends and family if you have any left. Alright, guys. Well, thank you for being here today. Thank you for being part of the channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please do me a favor on the way out. Please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And also, if you could, please leave a comment after the fact. Helps out the algorithm. So as soon as I get done, if you guys want to leave a comment, just say good video, whatever you want. The more comments you leave, the more views the video is going to get. So I always appreciate that. And thank you to everyone who does leave a comment and hits the like and the share. Very much appreciated. Trying to think, is there anything else I wanted to say before I wrap it up? I don't think so. I think that's it. Hold on one sec. Thank you, Decoding with Cody, and keep up the great work. Are you going live today? Or I know you went live yesterday. You don't normally go live back-to-back days, but if you go live, we'll be there. Keep up the great work, man. Hey, Allie, much love. All right, guys. I think that's it. All right, have a great rest of your day. And as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.